The man rolled down the car window and reached his hand outside to test how deep the mud was. But as soon as he applied a little force, a massive amount of mud began rushing in, startling him so much that he quickly rolled the window back up. Before he could catch his breath, the sunroof suddenly developed a crack. This instantly panicked him, and he hurriedly grabbed some transparent tape to try and seal the crack. However, under the immense pressure of the mud, the tape proved useless. As the crack grew larger, the man had no choice but to use a steering wheel lock, securing it across the sunroof to temporarily stop the glass from collapsing. After all this effort, he was completely exhausted. Just then, he noticed water seeping through the sunroof. Without hesitation, the man opened his mouth and greedily drank the dripping water. After confirming it was relatively clean, he quickly took a bank card from his wallet, folded it into a funnel shape, and inserted it into the mouth of a water bottle. He then carefully fixed it under the sunroof, allowing the dirty water to flow directly into the bottle. Although the water problem was temporarily solved, the man didn't dare relax. He wanted to see how deep he was buried, so he grabbed an iron rod, drilled a small hole in a bottle cap, attached a rope to it, and secured it to the top of the rod. He then pushed the rod upward through the sunroof. To his surprise, even after inserting the entire rod, he still hadn't reached the surface. With no other option, he used tape to connect two rods together and continued pushing upward. Unfortunately, this time the resistance was much stronger. No matter how hard he pushed, the rod wouldn't budge. Seeing this, the man retrieved a jack from the trunk. With the jack's help, things became much easier. Just as he began to feel a glimmer of hope, he realized that, even at the jack's maximum extension, the rod still wasn't long enough to reach the surface. Left with no choice, the man decided to take matters into his own hands. He used his shoulder to push the rod upward, exerting all his strength. Then, filled with anticipation, he looked up and was thrilled to see that the other end of the rod had finally broken through to the outside. Although it was just a small glimpse of the sky, the long missed sight filled him with joy. He immediately took a few deep breaths of fresh air and began shouting for help at the top of his lungs. However, after hours of yelling, there was still no response from anyone.